You will find out during our show. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. We are Dark Horse Theater Company. We are a professional theater collective located in Northern Virginia. This is the second play, or the second production of our Rogue Runner series, which houses all of our virtual entertainment options. A Conversation Through the Bathroom Door was written by Amy Dellagiarino intentionally for virtual performance and remote viewing. We are very proud to be producing this world premiere tonight. Before I begin, I'd like to introduce the team for this production. Playwright Amy Dellagiarino as Lila, Monnie Aleahmad as Gary, and Amy Benson as Rally. I'm Natasha Parnian, the Managing Artistic Director of Dark Horse and the Director and Sound Operator of tonight's show. Like every other performing arts group, we have been uniquely harmed by this pandemic. If you like what you see tonight, you can support us in any of the following ways. Like and follow us on social media, share your positive feedback about the production, or make a donation in kind to our company. Donation information is on our website, www.darkhorseva.com, also on PayPal and Venmo at darkhorseva. I'd like to thank those of you who were able to donate for your tickets tonight, and those who couldn't, we're grateful that you're here too. Proceeds from tonight's production will pay these talented people and help our company produce future work in our Rogue Runner series and beyond. Please stay tuned after the performance for a live Q&A with the cast and crew and playwright. And please watch our social media and website for future virtual and in-person performances. Our next performance is Calamity Improv at Art Space Herndon, November 14th at 7:30, and the second Saturday of every month at 7:30. Join us for a live, in-person, social distant evening of fun. Once again, a wholehearted thank you for joining us tonight, and without further ado, Dark Horse Theater Company is proud to present the world premiere of A Conversation Through the Bathroom Door by Amy Dellagiarino. Enjoy the show.
Really?
We need to talk.
No, we don't.
You just locked yourself in the bathroom with a bottle of wine.
So
That's not okay. It's not good.
well, maybe this is how I unwind.
It's not.
Oh, you even know. I don't want to talk over FaceTime.
Well, I can't talk through the bathroom door.
Sure you can.
No, I can't. I need to see your face.
Why?
Because I just do.
Oh, well, that's very persuasive. Do you win all your cases that way?
My luck.
Leave me alone, Gary. Can't a woman just drink a bottle of wine in her own bathroom in peace?
No.
Well, she should.
There's a lot of things that should be happening right now, and none of them involve this conversation.
That's all the reason to leave me alone.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because you're not okay.
I have a bottle of red all to myself, so I've never been more okay.
We need to talk about it.
Who says? Your therapist?
He's your therapist too. He's our therapist. If you ever went.
I don't need to go.
Yes, you do.
Who says? The therapist I never talked to?
Says me.
Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I don't have to do everything you tell me to.
That's not what I meant.
Okay.
Lila, look. I know you're feeling sad.
Oh, you're feeling sad. I am not.
Okay. So then what are you feeling?
Nothing. I'm not feeling anything.
Sure you are.
Why? Because you want me to?
Because you're a human.
Well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm a cyborg. Maybe we just covered it.
You're not a cyborg.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, that's just what the hero would say right before the cyborg kills him.
Why would the hero die? That wouldn't happen.
Oh, it does in some movies.
Oh, not good ones.
Oh, I disagree. The ones where the hero dies are the best ones.
Well, that's very sad.
Well, I didn't make the movies. I just enjoy them.
How can you enjoy them?
Because it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to be sad.
So then you are sad.
No, I already said I'm nothing.
You're not nothing.
How would you even know?
No, because I know you.
Well, not well enough, apparently.
Well, I'm trying to know you. Again.
You shouldn't.
Of course I should. You're my wife.
Well, that doesn't make me worth knowing.
How can you say that?
Oh, really easily. I just opened my mouth, and then the words just sort of fall out.
Look, you've got to go. You've got to come with me.
Why?
Because if there's no couple there, then it's not couples therapy. If it's just me, then it's just therapy.
Well, you seem to be getting a lot out of it.
Don't you even want this anymore? Don't you want to try?
I don't know.
Why don't you know? Please talk to me.
I am talking to you.
No, you're not. You're just talking in circles.
Okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
You know what I want to talk about.
God, always the same thing.
It's important.
Is it? In the grand scheme of things, was it? How much of an impact does this one incident have on the rest of our lives?
It wasn't an incident. It was our child.
It wasn't our child. It never left my body. It was just something that was inside of me until it wasn't anymore.
I make our baby sound like the creature from Alien.
No, I enjoyed almost all those movies except for Alien Resurrection. That one sucked. Why do you think Sigourney agreed to do that one?
Lila!
Probably the money.
Lila!
How much money do you think she made?
Please stop.
I'm just asking a question.
I don't want to talk about the Alien movies.
Why not? They're classics. Hey. You know what's great?
What?
Being able to do this again!
You don't mean that.
How can you possibly know what I mean?
Maybe if you came to therapy with me, I'd be able to be better at figuring it out.
Why would I do that? What would the point of that be? So we all sit around and cry about the almost baby? Why?
Because it was our almost baby.
It wasn't. It was mine. It lived in me right up until it decided to leave, and then when it wasn't in me anymore, it was nowhere, and all that involved me, and that's that. I really don't know what else you want.
I want you to mourn with me.
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because it's pointless.
How is it pointless?
Because it wasn't even a whole baby. It never got that chance, so what is there to mourn?
Are you seriously hearing yourself right now?
You see? This is why I did not want to talk about it.
Well, we have to. We have to talk about it.
He says.
Everyone.
Oh, really? You talk to everyone?
We have to, because otherwise it'll become this thing. It'll be this thing that grows between us.
But it already is, isn't it?
What?
Hey, I can't believe you picked up. Oh, shit. Am I interrupting something?
No.
Yes,
Feels like I am.
you are.
Oh, okay. Conflicting answers. Are you in the bathroom?
No.
Uh, who accepts a FaceTime call in the bathroom?
I wanted some privacy.
Who?
Everyone?
Why are you FaceTiming a million people?
I'm not FaceTiming a million people, just you and Gary.
Still feels like a lot of people for someone who just wants some privacy.
I'm complex.
Do you have wine in there with you?
Yeah, why?
Nothing. Just admiring your choices.
What? What is it, Rally?
What?
What did you want to say? Why did you call in?
I called in because she's my sister and I'm worried about her.
I'm handling it.
How are you?
Nobody needs to be worried about me. I'm doing great.
You're in the bathroom with a bottle of wine. I'd say that's a pretty good cause to be worried.
I thought you were admiring my choices.
I can do both. I, too, am complex. Why aren't you there with her?
Huh?
Why are you FaceTiming her? You should be there with her.
I am here with her.
What?
I'm in the house.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Why are you FaceTiming each other?
Because she won't open the bathroom door.
Oh, shit. This is maybe some personal shit that I'm just walking into then.
Yeah, sort of.
My bad. I'll let you go. I just wanted to tell you that Mom says to eat.
I am eating.
Eating?
I just said I was.
No.
Well, then make her eat.
How am I supposed to do that? I can't even make her come out of the bathroom.
No, man. Isn't this in the vows or something? Don't you have a game plan for this?
No, I don't.
Well, maybe you should start thinking of one.
Thanks so much.
Talk later.
I really don't know why my mother can't just call me herself. She doesn't have to get my sister to do it all the time.
Maybe she thinks you're more likely to listen to Rally than you would her.
Well, the joke's on everyone, because I don't listen.
Oh, I'm aware.
You should maybe get going if you want to make that appointment on time.
I'm not going without you.
You should. They charge you even if you don't show up.
I know.
So you should go.
Why? Why would I go without you? That's the whole point.
That sounds like a giant waste of money then.
I don't care about the money.
Well, you should, because we spent so much putting that nursery together.
Please, don't say shit like that. I want to stay here with you. But it's so hard when you say shit like that.
Why?
Why what?
Why on earth would you want to stay with me? Nothing else seems to. You know what I thought of? That day when I was alone in the kitchen, when my stomach heaved up and I felt my own blood running down my legs. You know what my first thought was? Good. Good. That was my thought. I didn't want the baby. I never wanted the baby.
That's not true.
You wanted the baby.
So did you.
Did I? What part of it did I want? The part where I was losing myself just a little bit each day, the part where I was becoming just another vessel, just this other thing that housed this other thing that everyone else seemed way more invested in than I was. A baby changes you. A baby forces you to change, but I never wanted to change. I was always happy how I was.
Oh my God, stop!
Sorry, guys. I totally forgot, but Mom said she sent you guys steaks, like some kind of a cooler full of steaks in the mail, and she wanted to know if you got them.
What?
Steaks.
That's what she said.
Why is your mother sending us meat?
She wants Lila to eat.
I am eating.
Why does she want her to eat steak?
Oh, be so lucky. Do you know what she sent me? Dryer sheets.
Well, I guess we discovered who the favorite is.
Well, I am definitely still the favorite. She's just paying special attention to you right now because you are in crisis mode.
Oh, please. Look like I am in crisis mode.
Honestly, yeah.
Once again, we're kind of in the middle of something here, so
Just tell me whether or not you got the steak so I can tell Mom.
no steaks!
Oh, great! She's gonna be so pissed. Peace.
Why did you take her call?
I thought it might have been important.
When has Rally ever called in with anything important?
Oh, I don't know. She called me once to tell me her mother was going through my childhood stuff and giving away all my little ponies, and that seemed pretty important.
What? When was that?
I don't know, 5 years ago.
5 years? Who holds on to My Little Ponies for that long?
They're collector's items.
Not if you play with them.
Oh, you'd be surprised. So you really want to sit here and talk about My Little Pony?
I'll talk about anything. I just want to talk to you,
You talk to me all the time.
not the real you. Ever since it happened, it's like I've been talking to, like, I don't know, a ghost you or something.
Well, maybe that is the real me.
It's not.
How would you know? Maybe I've just been faking it this whole time till I couldn't anymore.
You weren't faking it.
I could have been.
Well, we're not, you weren't, we're not living in a movie and you're not a cyborg.
It would be easier, though, if we were. Don't you think?
I think a lot of things could be easier. I'm sorry
You know what?
for not being there.
Well, you didn't know.
Still, I'm sorry you were alone when it happened.
It's okay. I didn't mind. Yeah, I don't. Anyway.
So, the, is it, sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Say that again.
I said, I know you said you'd be there for me when the baby came.
I, I'm sorry. Is it true what the doctor said? Did you really wait all that time before you called me?
What were you gonna do?
I could have done something.
You're not gonna do anything, so what were you gonna do?
I could have been there.
That's my
I am trying. I've always been trying.
Now. I didn't need you there. It was honestly kind of nice being by myself. I didn't want to share that moment with anyone. I just wanted to sit with it. It was mine, and I wanted to feel it all by myself.
Is that what you still feel? Is that what you're feeling now?
No, I already told you I don't feel anything now. What? What's that?
I don't know. What? What was what?
Was that a doorbell?
I don't know, maybe, yeah.
Aren't you gonna go get it?
No.
You should.
Why?
What if it's important?
What could possibly be more important than the conversation we're having right now?
Don't answer the door.
I don't want to.
I'll still be here when you get back.
Will you?
Still plenty of wine left in this bottle.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I know.
Look, if you came to therapy...
I am not coming.
But if you came, we could...
No, I'm not going. I don't need to. I'm fine as is.
For me then! Would you go for me? Seriously?
Guys.
What is it, Riley? What do you want?
Jesus Christ, no need to bite my head off. I just want to call and tell you that Mom said she got a notification that said the steaks were delivered.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it was the steaks.
So are they there?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, can you go check? I promised Mom I would let her know.
Can this not wait a second?
Oh, well, seeing as how these are perishables that have been traveling in a cooler for the past 3 days, I'm going to have to go with a no, Gary. This cannot wait a second.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Fine. Hang on.
Well, he seems to be in a pissy mood.
Yeah, he's just mad because he's missing therapy.
Oh, that seems dumb. Why doesn't he just go?
Well, because he wants me to go with him.
Why? Isn't therapy a private thing?
Not when it's couples therapy.
Oh, I see. You should maybe go then.
I don't feel like it.
Look, can I be honest?
When have you ever not been honest?
I have lied to protect the innocent before.
You haven't.
I have. Remember when you got that really short haircut and I told you it looked good?
Oh, your words said it looked good, but your tone said otherwise.
Okay, well, sorry I'm not a deceptive person like you, I guess.
The world has made me this way. Everyone's made it perfectly clear. They do not want my honesty, and Gary seems particularly obtuse about it.
Can you blame him right now?
Okay, I see. You're taking his side.
I wasn't aware there were sides to take in this.
There are sides to everything. I wish I had learned that earlier.
See, that's what I mean.
What are you talking about?
Hearing everyone.
What? No, I'm not.
Well, you're scaring me and Mom.
Oh, shocker.
And Gary.
I thought you hated Gary.
What? I don't hate Gary.
You
Why would you say that?
know, that's what you said when you first met him. I hate Gary.
What, a person can't change?
Not unless they're forced to.
What? What does that even mean? And yeah, I mean, Gary was a little much at first, but he really likes you. Okay? He cares about you. He really does. Look, I have to say it. He loves you. All right? You made me say it.
No, Gary doesn't love me.
Sure he does.
No, Gary loves the idea of me that fits into his life.
Dude. Are you even listening to yourself? You sound like a made-for-TV movie.
It's true.
Nobody says shit like that.
Yes, they do. I just did.
Don't count.
You just don't get it because you're not married.
Well, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, I have lots of married friends, and they don't say that shit either.
Yeah, they do, just not to you.
I refuse to make this shit about me right now.
Oh my god. That's a first.
Serious? Do you think I want to still be the go-between for you and Mom? That has been my role my entire life, and I'm doing it again for you because shit has gone down and you are obviously not okay.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
I don't know, maybe because you're chugging a bottle of wine in your own goddamn bathroom?
I really don't think it's that weird.
Yeah, well, agree to disagree.
Okay, so is this a strategy? Everyone just yells at me until I see reason?
No. Obviously, that's a stupid strategy. Everyone knows yelling at you will only make you double down even harder.
Not all the time.
Yes, all the time. Remember when I begged you not to use that picture of me on the beach for our class presentation about our family, but you did it anyway?
Okay, but I did not do that because you told me not to. I did it because you looked terrible in it, and I thought it was hilarious.
Kind. Very kind. So what are we doing here?
What do you mean?
How can we help you?
I don't need help.
Oh, okay, cool. Come out of the bathroom then.
Why?
Because that is what a normal person would do.
You are not an accurate judge of what a normal person would or would not do.
Are you afraid of it? At it? Saying it.
Saying what? Miscarriage? No, I'm not afraid of saying it. I just said it.
Saying the word and talking about it are two different things.
All I seem to be doing is talking about it. Nobody wants to hear about anything else from me. I was a person before I got pregnant, so why am I suddenly no longer a person now that I'm not pregnant anymore?
Okay. That's fair. So what do you want to talk about?
What are your thoughts on alien resurrection?
Alien resurrection? Like resurrecting dead aliens?
No. The movie.
There's a movie about bringing dead aliens back to life?
Oh, it's part of the Alien franchise.
Alien franchise.
Alien the movie.
Alien the movie? Like with Sigourney Weaver? That alien? You want to talk about the movie Alien?
Oh, I want to talk about the movie Alien Resurrection.
One of the movies in the
Franchise, yes.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I kind of figured. It's not very good.
All right. Is that your hot take on that?
Yeah, basically.
Groundbreaking.
I started painting again.
Oh. That's good. I didn't know you'd stopped.
Yeah, when I got pregnant.
Oh. That's weird. Why?
I don't know. I couldn't do it. Everything just sort of stopped, but it started up again after.
After you lost the baby.
Almost baby, yes.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Seems like there's some kind of a mind-body connection with all that.
Maybe.
Hey, you know who might have some ideas?
Who?
Your therapist.
Oh my God, stop!
Saying.
If you want to talk, the 2 points of conversation that are off limits are the almost baby and therapy, okay?
You're the one who brought it up.
Okay, so let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
So, what do you want to talk about?
I have no idea.
God, some help you are.
Sorry, but you basically just gave me a list of things I'm not allowed to talk about, which is not very helpful.
What list? It's 2 things.
Big things.
Okay, why do we have to talk about big things?
Look, just pick something, and then we'll talk about it.
I just did, but you've never heard of alien resurrection.
Has anyone? And look who's back.
Sorry.
What took you so long?
It was a cooler full of meat. I figured I'd better load it all into the freezer.
It's true.
So what were you guys doing?
Not talking about a lot of things.
Only two things.
Sounds very productive.
You have no idea.
She has never seen Alien Resurrection.
Has anyone?
Thank you.
I think you guys are the only two who haven't.
No, that can't be right.
I agree with Rowley. Absolutely no one saw that movie.
What? There's a whole 2 other movies that come after it. There is no way they get made if nobody saw the 4th one.
Wait, how many Alien movies are there?
6.
6?
Yeah.
Well, that's too many Alien movies.
Why are we still talking about this?
If you won't let us talk about anything else.
Oh, please. I only gave you a list of 2 things. I did not want to talk about out of all the other things.
She wanted to talk about this stupid movie even before you got on the phone.
Well, it was really bad, and it made an impression.
All right, look, as much as I would love to keep this pointless conversation going, I'm going to hop off and let Mom know that the steaks arrived. Eat something.
I am.
Make her eat something.
I'm working on it.
You know, you don't have to worry about feeding me because I am not a houseplant.
Why would I worry about feeding a houseplant?
Seriously? Houseplants are super temperamental.
Okay, let's not get any.
We have 3.
What we do?
Yeah.
Where?
1 in the study and 2 in the kitchen.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I know.
When did we get them?
I don't know, like 3 years ago.
3 years!
Look, there's no point in caring about them now because they're probably dead.
What? Why?
Because I stopped taking care of them after everything, which means no one's been taking care of them, which means they're probably dead by now.
You could have told me to take care of them.
Well, you could have noticed.
That's true. What can I do
What?
to help you? What can I do?
Well, you could have taken care of our plants, but I think that ship has sailed.
What else can I do?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel fine.
No one's fine in this house.
Well, that sounds like a projection, but... Are you seriously not going?
I already said I'm not going without you.
All right, well, that doctor's gonna laugh all the way to the bank.
Dr. Benson. You don't even know his name.
Why should I know his name? I don't go to him. What is that?
It's Dr. Benton. He's texting to see where we are.
Really? Why? That's very counterintuitive because he's basically getting paid to do nothing right now.
We really should be there.
Okay, so go.
I said we?
Yeah, I heard what you said.
Why won't you go?
Because I wouldn't be going for us, I'd be going for you.
So go for me then. What's the difference?
An ocean of difference.
Just come the once. Just try it the one time, please. If you don't like it, you don't have to go again. Please, Isla, you have to deal with this. You have to mourn.
I do not want to mourn. I don't know how I can be more clear than that. I've done enough mourning. I mourned myself. When the test came back positive, I mourned my art. I mourned the person I was because I did not know how to understand the person I was becoming. I mourned my youth. I mourned my purpose. I mourned an identity that would never again be its own thing separate from anything else. I mourned all of that while you were lighting cigars and doing brandy toast with your buddies, so I've done enough mourning. Thank you. It is your turn now.
Dude, I am not going to talk about Alien with you again.
I think I messed up.
What?
I think I messed up, Riley. I think I messed up big time.
Oh, are you still in the bathroom?
Yeah,
How could you have messed anything up that badly from your own bathroom?
I said some shit to Gary.
Oh, shit. Well, was it true?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you should have said it.
Well, not in the way that I did.
Are you okay?
No.
Okay, it's okay.
I don't know what to do. I I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything but that. I don't feel anything but sludge. Why would I want to talk about it? Why would I want to talk about any of it?
Okay, but this is good. See? This is good. This is part of it. I promise.
How? What do you know?
Because I am super smart. Remember how much better I did than you on my SATs?
You asshole.
Wait, no denying what happened. You need to come over there.
Oh,
Are you sure? Because I will. I'll hop right on that freeway and get to you. We can even watch that stupid alien movie you can't stop talking about.
it's the worst one.
But you know how much I love to complain about things. Hey, it's okay. You'll be okay. You'll see.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, thanks.
I'm sorry, what?
Thank you.
What was that? I can't hear you.
Fucking asshole.
You love me. Well, looks like I should be going. The offer still stands to watch that stupid movie with you. Act fast. It's a limited time offer. 72 hours max.
Okay.
What did your mom want?
Hmm.
Isn't that why she called?
Oh, no.
I'm making us dinner.
What?
That's where I went. I'm cooking those steaks.
You you are?
Yeah, I mean, figured why not? Your mom went through all the trouble of sending them.
Sure.
They'll be ready in like 10 minutes.
I'm not hungry.
Yes, you are. You've barely eaten anything all day. Figure, I figured once you smell all this goodness I'm cooking up, you'll be forced to come out of the bathroom. Lila, it's gonna be okay. We we can try again.
But I don't want to. Haven't you been listening? I don't want to try again.
You will.
Very
I gotta get back to the stakes. See you in a bit.
Our show. I hope you enjoyed it. So this is the portion of our performance where we open up the chat. Any questions you have about the production for the actors, we'll bring them back one by one. So welcome back, our rally, Amy Benson and Monnie Aleahmad, who was Gary, and playwright and lead Amy Dellagiarino as Lila. So there are lots of great feedback things coming into the chat. Thank you all for sharing. And if anyone has any questions, put them in there. I will start, just kind of generate some Q&A energy here. So actors, for some of you, I don't know what that is. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So for some of you, this is your first virtual play. Can you tell us how this process differed being in a live in-person on stage play?
Who wants to go first?
Well, I think one interesting thing is I've never met Monty in person. I just know him. But I think the really cool thing is that we became like fast friends. And we're each on different coasts right now, which I think also makes it crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's very difficult to have a rehearsal process that you're not in the same room with other people, and you take it for granted. But luckily, we all get along so well. It's been so fun, but it's been very challenging at the same time. Yeah, rehearsals are very difficult. Through this medium makes everything take longer, and yeah, it's a whole thing. It's hard to pick up on all the little things when you're not looking at each other, except just through this 2D screen. I don't know. It's different experience, but I thoroughly enjoyed it still. A different challenge, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like hard because when you want to respond directly to a character, you have to look at your camera, so then you can't see them. And it's like, I don't really know what you're doing, but I assume it's something I see you out of the corner of my eye, and hopefully it plays.
Yeah, that's still so hard for me. I was not doing that well at any point, I feel like, because it's like your face is right there. And it's like, no, I have to look here. It's so hard.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that this was Amy Dellagiarino. Super quiet when I'm using the mic. Sorry, guys. This was Amy Dellagiarino's first play acting in a very long time. So great job. Kudos to you. Have a couple of, and I'm sorry about the buzzing, of course, in true, virtual theater fashion. We've never had that before, but tonight we did.
Fun.
Playing through that. Okay, so this question is for Amy, and it is from Victoria Rents. How was it different writing a play purposely for virtual?
Oh, ooh, yeah. It's like it's fun, but it's hard because you have to. Well, you don't have to, but I like to figure out why it has to be virtually because otherwise I'll go insane, and be reminded that it's virtual because it has to be virtual. So like figuring out why it has to be on screen is like the first thing, and then trying to like build lives and build a whole life knowing you only have this tiny thing. So it's like, okay, where can these people be? Where can it be set? What can they be doing? And what kind of language can they have so that you still get the story even though you don't see them really doing hardly any physical business at all. So it's like fun because I do like putting myself into a little box, uh, because it makes me feel like freer somehow when I have all these constraints. But yeah, it's like a definite certain mindset where you're just like, okay, here are my parameters, and now what?
Thank you. Now,
Oh,
Victoria also said that she liked the ending, so you know.
oh.
And please keep the questions coming in the chat or in the Q&A section. So this is from Dax. Similar question to what Victoria had. He said, that was great. I loved that it showcased that not everything has a neat ending and it's a free form anthology. Completely agree. How did you come up with the concept to do a play over Zoom? So Amy answered that, and we, as a company, when COVID started, took a pretty firm stance against trying to convert plays intended for the stage into Zoom. And that was when I expected this to be 8 weeks and over. And I was very wrong about that. So once I realized we had to do something so we could continue contacting our community of artists and audience members, I reached out to Amy, and we did her first virtual play, Spirit Seekers, in July. And she's been kind enough to, you know, as a resident playwright, she's been writing these great virtual plays for us that are really, I think, have a lot of challenging material. And they're pretty, again, with the caveat that we are in a virtual Zoom space, I think these are as meaty as you can get for a director and actor to work with in this kind of space. Okay, so this question is from Dax. I assume you are acting in your own homes. How, if at all, did that change? Oh, hello! Did that change your association with the piece? Was there a different kind of intimacy with the piece, performing it in your own homes? That's a great question. Thank you.
Word.
So
Yeah.
much there. I think there's like a certain comfort you have of being in your own space, but at the same time, you miss the energy of the audience, which I think is the most difficult part. So you have to kind of create it in your space. And for me, I am in my bedroom doing, and all 4 different locations were in, I had to create them kind of in the same room. So that kind of brought a new creativity out for me, where I could kind of figure out how to repurpose my own space to make it into hers.
Can you show us we Easter egg a horse in every
Oh, yes,
production
yes.
at Dark Horse, and
Yes, give me one moment.
Amy
Okay.
and her Easter egg.
Yes, so I created, Amy and I are longtime friends, so I created a sister bulletin board in my room using old photographs of us and some other hints about kind of stuff that I created for a rally as well. I was literally sitting on my desk. Do you want me to give like a little?
Yeah, here, show us the horse. Show us the horse Easter.
Oh, that is right here. Hold on, sorry.
There
It's
it is. Thanks, Amy. So you were kind of the only one who had, for lack of a better word, set changes.
Yeah.
Okay. Monnie and Amy, any thoughts on that?
I will say that it is both super, it's conflicting because it's very helpful and for this play specifically because, you know, Gary is at home, you know? So it's nice to have that level of comfort, but it's also difficult because it's a play and I'm sitting at home, you know? You know what this is it's that conflict. This play is giving me that conflict between theater acting and on-camera acting. You know, I don't think we talked about this, I think in like our very first rehearsal or something like that. But it's like, you know, acting for stage is different than acting for on camera. And this, like, for some reason, like it works where I can do the techniques that I do on stage, but just slightly alter them for camera. And that's strange in itself. And then add that there's no audience and it's just me in my house. It makes it a little bit challenging, you know? But I did, yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say it really is its own medium. You can't really call it
Yeah.
one or the other, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I did enjoy though that I could just lock myself in my bathroom. So it was like my whole little cocoon, and I was like, all right, this is it. But I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so that's our only bathroom. So, you know, that presents its own challenges. You're like, you better go to the bathroom before I start rehearsal because you can't get in there for a couple hours.
That's it.
Thank you. And please keep the questions coming because we are not in a theater. We don't get to see you, the audience members. This really kind of helps us feel like we're doing a show. So please do keep the questions coming. This is what we're here for and one of the reasons we're doing this. So this question is from Tracy Greenwood. Amy, was there anything particularly challenging or unexpected working as an actor on your own text versus working on a script written by someone else?
Yeah, yes. I mean, yes. In a way, it was nice because a lot of the way that she responds is how I respond. um, so, so some of that was nice. Or like for some of the dialogue, it's like, oh, I know how I'm going to say this because this is how I would always say it. But it is then hard to separate it and be only an actor. It's like when I was going in rehearsals, I'd be like, okay, like take off your "this is how it goes" hat because now you're just an actor and now you just have to kind of like see how it goes because sometimes there's like a moment you're like, oh, I didn't think of that. Okay, cool. Also, there's the added challenge of if I'm like trying to do something and it's not working, it's like super my fault. Because I'm like, I can't blame the playwright because it's me.
Oh, that's great.
That's
Thank you, Amy. This is from Arden D, and Arden was actually one of the actresses in in Amy's previous production, Spirit Seekers, that we did here at Dark Horse. Amy, how was it going back to acting for so many years and then rethinking not only how to act, but reforming all of that knowledge into Zoom acting?
so terrifying. I was telling Amy and Monnie before the show today, we like got together to do a little warm up. I was like, yeah, I like really wanted to do this part because I just like felt it. And then immediately the day after, I was like, yeah, can I do this part? Okay, great. Literally the next day, I was like, I have made a mistake. I have made a grave mistake. It was terrifying because I haven't acted in so long. And like the thing I kept coming back to was being like, you know the part and you know the play because it came out of you. So you're going to be fine. Just like, just relax and listen to your other actors and your director and it'll be fine. You don't have to push anything because it's already in you since it came out of you. Like the alien creature.
Ooh, well, that's perfect because we've got a question about that coming up. Thank you. Okay, so this is from Victoria Rent. I thought it was really well done how you work the relationship between the sisters. Did you always know the sister would be a character and it wouldn't just be the couple? And let's kind of, Amy, give your perspective on that as a playwright, and then Amy B, as an actor and how it was written playing sisters. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always knew I wanted the sister coming in because I thought it would be so funny if you have this couple that's like deteriorating in front of you and they're like having this conversation where they're basically hashing out their marriage and you have somebody else that just keeps calling in. Like I just find that so hilarious. And it's like you need somebody to break it up so that you can appreciate when it gets heavy. And you can live there for a little bit and then you can be like, oh, this person again. So I knew I always wanted that third voice in there to like, and it helps keep it going too, because otherwise it just can become such a dirge the whole way through. So it helps keep the pace going and it keeps you interested because you're like, when is she gonna come? She's gonna come back. She keeps coming back. When's it gonna happen? So yeah.
Thank you. Amy Benson?
Um, oh gosh, I loved playing this character so much. We talked about this in rehearsals. This is not the first time I have played the annoying funny character who butts into a drama. So I always enjoy doing that. I think, there were so many fun things to play with in that role. Like besides the annoying younger sister bits, like I think there's such a deep relationship of caring between the two of them. And so it's kind of this mix between butting in accidentally and butting in on purpose and trying to solve her problem from far away. So and yeah, and Amy and I just have a great relationship, so it was really fun to play around with that. And like we've acted together before, and so we trust each other a lot. And so I think for us those scenes never were difficult because we've just done so much together.
Thank you. Okay, this question's from Julia. Why this topic and why not elaborate the alien resurrection connection just a bit? Would that be too heavy-handed and giving the audience too much? And then kind of the part two of this, the parameters were well used. The stakes were genius to allow scene changes. None of the actors were doing naked fasting. Sure, I agree with that. We're trying to keep it at least low R rated. So why this topic and why not elaborate the alien resurrection connection?
I wanted to do something a little more serious just because Spirit Seekers was just so goofy and over the top that I was like, maybe something like a little different. And Natasha actually came with an idea about like watching a couple get divorced like over a phone call or something. And I was like, that's interesting. And then I was actually writing another play for Zoom that was equally as ridiculous as Spirit Seekers, and then went like this just started tapping at my brain. So like I just sat down over a weekend and it just like came out of me, and I was like, man, I think this is the one. I think it's just this one. I don't know why I've never experienced this before, but I think it's something that I don't think is talked about a lot, and I think there's so many different ways of coping with things, and I always really like to explore the ways that you feel you're not supposed to admit, like if the guilt or the shame that comes with having, with a different point of view to something that isn't talked about at all. So I find that stuff really interesting. And the alien resurrection stuff, first of all, is not a good movie. Listen, I watched all the alien movies when quarantine first started happening, and that's my least favorite one. I didn't watch too much because I love just like dropping little things in, and especially like that is just like such a little joke, but also like if you've seen Alien Resurrection, it's like she becomes part alien, and then like they think it's her. She's the mom. I don't know.
Oh man.
I didn't want to get too into it, but listen, I don't recommend watching it. It's not a good movie.
Wait, is that so? I made a point to not watch the alien movies because I just didn't want it to affect anything. Not that it really would, but is that the one that has Winona Ryder in it?
Yes. And she's a cyborg. Oh, spoiler. Sorry.
I mean, not like I'm going to watch it anytime soon, but yeah, I might. Who knows? In celebration.
Don't watch it.
I'm doing it. I like to complain, baby. Here we go.
Wait, I thought we were watching it together when this was all over.
Oh, yeah. Everyone stay tuned. We're going to have a live watch party.
Any other alien movie I'll watch with you.
24 hours, live alien resurrection stream over and over. We're just going hard, y'all. Get ready.
All right, we've got a few more questions I want to get to before we wrap up. So Hayden says the technical quirks, the 720p resolution, and other do-it-yourself nature of Zoom lends itself to heightening the experience of this being a FaceTime call. In this case, do you think that quirkiness served to heighten the performance tonight? Or was it more of a hindrance to the performers? Hindering to my ears, for sure. You guys did great.
This is a tough question to answer because this is something that we've all been thinking about, I think, and there's no real way to say if it helped, because it helped in a lot of ways, but it hinders in some ways. The technical glitches that come up with like the overlapping of sound, like when we're trying to talk and then sometimes it drops out when someone else talks over you, that is a little annoying. Sometimes it's hard to hear the other person. I like the fact that the visual is kind of lo-fi though. If it was like an HD camera with like 1080p and like nice resolution, no way we would be thinking it's a FaceTime call. We'd be like, we're watching 4 different films, you know, or 3 different films. Yeah.
I want to clarify what I just said. I don't know if anyone else heard the buzzing. That's what I was referring to, not the overlap or any of that. Yeah, I mean, that was great, but the buzzing was just, I don't know what that was. Anyway, continue, please.
Yeah. No, that's all I got to say, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, frustrating, but also metaphor because they can't communicate. This is so irritating. Just like them trying to listen.
I think it worked. I think it worked really well, especially when we had, like, there was a time where there was that weird sound going on and I couldn't even hear what you were saying. And so like, I just had to be like, okay, what are you saying? Let's go again. But like, it makes sense because that would really happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a few more questions and we'll try to make these kind of brief answers. So this is from Madeline Downs. Typically when rehearsing an emotional play, there is a lot of care shared in the rehearsal room. How did you take care of yourselves and each other emotionally during this process?
Schadenfreude, like this election has helped me a lot. No, I don't know.
Say from a director standpoint, that these actors connected. I mean, first off, Amy and Monnie had worked together before, and Amy and Amy had worked together before, and I have worked with Amy and Amy before. So there were kind of little networks of history, and you know, I think all great work comes from self-revelation, and these actors were very brave, and I would venture to say it seemed like you all felt very safe with each other doing your emotional work. And so my answer to that question from an outside standpoint as the director was preserving and maintaining feelings of safety with each other during this process.
Yes. I actually, on this, that is exactly what we built, because that's what happens in theater. When you're doing it together, we're also building relationships with each other, gaining trust, you know, building rapport and stuff. And it's harder to do when we're not in the same room, but we really did that. Like, we found ways to become very close and friendly. And we talked about the stuff that was going on with us during, you know, throughout our day, what's, you know, our headspace, all this stuff. And we just, I felt extremely safe with, you know, with you guys. Like, I felt like if I, you know, you'd catch me, you know, and I think that's really important. And just personally, like, my own actor approach is like, if I notice that I'm feeling anything left over, like, I just, you know, meditate for a bit and just clear it all out, you know. I try to do that before every performance and after every rehearsal, but, you know, it's only if I really feel like the need to. And I've been pretty good about it. So, and I don't have like I don't think I have the real brunt of the emotional weight of this. So it's like, you know, I got it easy, I think.
Answer that?
Hmm?
Does anyone else have an answer jumping out to them about that? If not, I can move on to the next question.
No, he said it all.
Thank you, Monnie. Good answer. Amy, how long have you been writing? Lorna.
5, 6 years? Yeah, about 6, because I started right before I left Chicago to move to LA, and I've been in LA 5 years, so about 5, 6 years.
Okay, great. This question is from Julia. Amy, did your concept of the characters, particularly your own, change any when you started acting the part from how you originally conceived it as a writer?
No, not really. No. That's all I got.
This question is from Julia, I think a different Julia.
She says, thank you. The fasting comment was for Monnie.
Oh, what was the fasting comment? I don't remember.
Good thing the actors weren't naked fasting.
Oh.
Doing this in private houses, wanted to make sure Monnie was not doing nude fasting. Okay.
Next time.
If anyone,
Next show.
I have a few more questions I'm going to go through, but if anyone else has any other questions, we're going to start wrapping this thing up. So get them in the chat now, or get them into the Q&A area at the bottom of your screen now. Ken and Sherry Lerner say, great job, everyone. There's obvious limitations with a virtual presentation, but do you feel there are any advantages?
I think there's a certain, like when we were talking about working in our own space, I think there is like a certain sense of freedom when you're alone in a space versus physically in front of people. There's a certain amount of self-consciousness that just is there. So while at first it feels kind of strange to be, performing into a screen, and of course it zooms so you can see yourself while you're performing, which is something you don't do on stage. I think there's also a certain freedom of like, oh, well, I'm in my room, I'm in my house, I'm wearing my clothes. So you feel like you can almost explore a little bit more because you don't see the response or hear a response from an audience.
Thank you. Does anyone else have a quick answer to that? I have one. What was an advantage about this production is that I've never met Monnie. He's in LA. Amy is in LA. Amy B is in Maryland. I'm in Virginia. And we all have been able to come together to do this project and access each other. And these are actors, if we were doing this on stage, that I potentially would not be able to bring on for this project. So that was an advantage. Okay, this is from Jean, or Jeannie, I think it's Jean, correct me if I'm wrong. How do you prepare for acting in the virtual space, i.e. frozen screens, lost internet connection, etc.?
You can't really prepare for those things. You just have to be in it and just, you go through it. It's like theater, something's gonna go wrong. Something always goes wrong. You just keep tuned in, you look at your partner and you figure it out,
Yeah, we've done, reminders, make sure you're on mute when you're supposed to be muted, make sure your phones are off, try to keep the background noise to a minimum, that sort of thing. But we didn't seem to have we didn't have internet problems with this performance, but
yeah.
I'm in the middle of nowhere on a farm, so my internet's always questionable with these kind of things. Okay, last question. This is from Julia. But this play will translate so easily to stage when everyone can go back to the stage. Mm-hmm. Perfect for both situations, live and COVID isolation. So I'm just going to deduce from that statement. Amy, do you have any intention to convert this to a stage play or anything like it?
Oh, sure. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it, but I feel like you can, because there is so much business you can do in the bathroom with all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Bradley can do so much. Gary can do so much. Even, there's so much business that you could give to it with more space. So I think you definitely could.
We had so much fun working on this. We were begging Amy to turn it into a movie.
Yes.
Because we had come up with so many like backstories and other scenes that could be happening on the side that we were like, please, can you just make this into a movie? I'll fly to LA, I will film this with you. Like, let's do it. Because we just loved everything about these characters and the story.
Totally. I really want this. I want this to be a movie. I want this to be a movie, and then I want there to be another movie where it's just Rally.
What does she do all day?
Dude, insanity is what it is. Like, she's like a strange Mr. Bean / Amelie character in her own life is the way I picture it. I don't know.
Really quickly, someone just raised their hand in the chat, but it disappeared. If you had something you wanted to say, maybe raise your hand again. It's going twice. It might have been an error. With that being said, we're going to conclude our evening. However, we might be coming kind of to the end of our virtual entertainment at Dark Horse because we're resuming our main stage work live and in person. However, our sister company, Walking Shadow Readers Theater, of which Amy Dellagiarino, Amy Benson, and hopefully in the future Monnie will be a part of. They visit their website, Facebook page. I'm also affiliated with the group, their sister company of Dark Horse, and they do virtual readings of new plays monthly. So check them out, walkingshadowrt.com. And again, thank you so much for your support tonight. We hope to see you in person, and if we continue virtual work, we hope to see you there too. And actors, thank you. This was such a pleasure working with you on this project.
It was, yeah, pleasure was all mine and ours, I'm sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, and if you haven't read the chat, actors, please, there's lots of great feedback and high praise for you. Audience members, thank you again for joining us, and that will conclude our evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.